Okay, let's move on to the third question, which is from Janice Downs.
If the trust goes ahead, will they see any improvements in repairs and dealing with noisy neighbours?
What we envisage happening is Your Homes Newcastle will continue to manage the estate. City Build will continue to be the repairs contractor on the estate. That will be for an initial period of 4 years. And that initial period of 4 years is quite important for two different reasons. One is in the first couple of years, the Trust will have a major role in improving the look, the feel, the infrastructure on the estate. And then in the second 2 years, we feel that the Trust will have to challenge Your Homes Newcastle, City Build, and any other service that's being delivered across the estate to make sure you're getting the right kind of service and at the right cost. So YHN will be responsible to the board, therefore to tenants across the estate for those first 4 years. You will be able to influence the way YHN delivers services on that estate. We will be performance managed by the board on your behalf, and we are open to a competitive process if that is required at the end of that 4-year period. So we'd hope to continue to demonstrate the good work that we've done over the past 5 to 6 years. Would hope we can demonstrate to you the tenants' improvements in all that we do, and we'll look forward to a more long-term relationship with tenants on the estate, Mark.
I think the issue really is that this is such a big opportunity, but it will require a huge amount of change. We need to hit the ground running. So the discussions that are taking place are that YHN as an organisation and Newcastle City Council as an organisation will provide the staff, as it were, in order to perform the services. But actually it's down to the Trust to decide and shape what services you get. So it will be, in effect, a bespoke service for the Byker estate. So all the priorities that you have, the issues like the brush sweepers coming back in, we can demand and insist that they will be implemented. It will be merely delivered by YHN in the city. And as John said, at the end of a 3 or 4 year process, when they've been continuously evaluated, if people at that stage feel that they're not happy, if residents feel that things need to be changed, there's an open and transparent competitive process to go out to competitive tender, and other providers could come in. But through this, working with YHN and Newcastle City, I'm absolutely convinced some of the benefits will be that will create local jobs on the estate. They'll be able to create apprenticeships working with YHN in the city to provide that training and actually upskill young people coming through to actually start servicing the estate themselves.
Most of you will be aware of the Your Choice scheme. The kind of point that I think we need to understand and perhaps needs to be emphasised is YHN and the council are heavily controlled by legislation sometimes. So if you look at antisocial behaviour and dealing with antisocial behaviour, there's some really high-powered legislation that controls even what Your Homes Newcastle or the council can do. So we need to understand, Nick's right, how we improve the service offer across the estate, but we need to make sure that we still continue to comply with that legislative framework that's out there.
Service standards within the estate will be determined by the Trust, or they should be. You know, and as Nick said, we've got to hit the ground running, so you need some continuity to keep things moving. But over the years, the tenants, the representatives on the Trust, will set and determine the service standards that they feel the estate needs, i.e. how many times the streets are swept, what needs repair and maintenance on a more regular basis, so that the tenants themselves will have a huge input into that, which is really, really important, because you live there, and it's you who should determine what service you get. And that'll progress over the period of the first 3 or 4 years. I hope, that's the way it should work.